Hi everybody! I have finished my first journal of 2019 and I'm like way excited about it. There's something different about finishing a thick, perfect bound journal over the thinner Traveler's Notebook inserts, which is mostly what I was using in 2018. So this is the Leuchtturm 1917, the hardcover dot grid, and they call it the A6 size, but this is actually more closely like pocket size. It's just like, I think it's just a 1/4 of an inch taller. So I actually really liked that about this particular notebook because I prefer more rectangular shapes as opposed to square shapes. So I thoroughly enjoyed using this. This sticker on the cover is by Eureka Art Studio on Etsy, and I will have everything linked in the description as well in case you're curious about anything you may see. So I just took a Sharpie and wrote 2019 on the bottom. Just like Michelle at Seaweed Kisses, she tends to do this with all of her bigger notebooks. And basically for archival purposes, I didn't really want to write it anywhere on the covers at all. And I have it dated inside, but I don't want to have to like pop open every single notebook just to see, you know, like what year it's from or anything. So I decided to just write that on the bottom there. And I'm really happy with this. And I so enjoyed using this notebook. And you know, I've got a video about this guy, which I will link as well. So this is the new Moleskine Expanded notebook. So I believe there's typically like 240 pages, but this guy holds 400 pages. So when I was nearing the end of this one, I started kind of setting up this guy. And I came really close to not using this. And the reason is I've been using a fountain pen for only like the last 3 months, but I have hated it. I have not gotten why they were so popular, and just starting out for me, it just wasn't a positive experience. And there are so many options. I mean, so many inks, so many pens, so many different nibs and everything, that there's gonna be the perfect combo out there for everybody, but it just takes time and experimentation. But this is what I had, and I was just kind of like, I don't like it. So basically I started finally enjoying it. And I found that the Leuchtturm paper takes fountain pen ink quite well. I've only been using like 2 different kinds. I'm not going to get into details about the fountain pen, but basically I started really enjoying using this in here. And I finally got like my second ink ever and started using it like literally in the last like 4 to 6 pages of here. And so because it was something new and something I was really like starting to enjoy finally, I didn't want to stop using this. And what happened was I was like, oh, I'm so excited to start using my fountain pen up in this, you know, Moleskine notebook. So I did this pen test, and what I have in here now is the, so this is a Lamy Safari in the all black, like that limited edition one. And it's filled with the Noodler's Lexington gray. And so these top 2 pen tests are the Lexington gray, and I don't know if it picks up or whatever, but when I put the ink down, it started feathering a bit. And then when I flipped it over, there was definite bleed through. And the way that I like to write, you know, I will kind of go back over and, you know, like thicken up downstrokes to do fake lettering and stuff. And so it just puts down even more ink on top of already laid down ink. And so I just knew, I mean, this was not gonna fly in this notebook. So I almost just skipped using this Moleskine and went into another Leuchtturm. But I don't know. I was like, I've been talking this guy up. I really want to give it a try. I'm still excited about it. I'm just a little bummed that I can't use this pen that I'm just recently gotten into. So what I decided to do was just to kind of add some decor in this and kind of get it ready to go. And that totally did the trick. I am so excited to be in this as my next journal. I'm gonna just put this guy away. And I have recently become a patron of Courtney Diaz, and I am loving Patreon right now. I'm only a patron of Cissy's Art Cafe and Courtney Diaz, and I think that's it. I think that's, you know, all I have budgeted for that kind of thing. But you'll see, I got really excited. So just on the inside cover, I just I printed and cut out a whole bunch of the printables that Courtney has offered in the past few months. And I just glued them in here. And then on the other side, these were printables from Cissy's Art Cafe. And I just have a little Courtney Diaz face there too. And so I just put these, you know, it just kind of reminded me of like swatches, you know, like the watercolor swatching that everybody always does. I'm just not big into watercolors now. I don't know, it may be something I adopt down the road at some point. I don't know how Moleskine paper takes watercolor. I'm assuming horribly, given how the fountain pen inks do. But anyway, so I've done that. And then in the back, you know, it has this expandable pocket in the back, and I just put some more Courtney Diaz back here. And then this guy is one of hers as well. So I've just added this decor and my name, and I started journaling in it today. I actually took this out of the house because this is an Omni Journal. So I wrote while I was out, you know, just like waiting at one of my kids' activities. And so I was just writing in it, and it was lovely. I have to get used to this being the soft cover because I'm used to the hardcover. So there's always like this nice writing surface when I just like got it on my lap. So not like a big deal, but just something different that I'm gonna have to get used to. So I am using tabs, like tentatively. So because this is such a thick notebook, I figured I would really appreciate having tabs to kind of help me find information quickly. So this one says cite spell, and this one says budget. So in the back of this one, I had these same sections, but obviously I just kind of bookmarked it and flipped to there. But I decided to use these. These tabs are from Art Journal Girl on Etsy. And I actually have a bunch of these. I ordered 2 packs last year, and I use them in the Hobonichi weeks that I use as my kids' journals. I write to them. And I use these tabs to mark out the months in those Hobonichi weeks. And I mean, I have them lying around. I have so many extra. So I thought I'm going to use them for my journal. And I love it right now. We will see how it holds up down the road, but these aren't permanently attached in here. I just have these Post-it tabs, and I've just glued these to a tab and then like cut the excess tab off. So these can be pulled off and they're easily removable. So like I said, this last page I'm just reserving for pen tests because I'm not really familiar with this paper too much. So I have an order that's processing with jet pens, and I ordered a whole bunch more pens, and I'm kind of veering out of black ink. I've ordered some like brown ink and like blue black, and just to kind of switch things up as I'm writing in here. And I'm really excited about that because I've just really drastically changed how I've journaled just like in the last few months. So, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the process. So the pen test page, and then this is the sight spell page, but I basically, well, I homeschool my kids. And so since I keep this journal on me like all the time, even when we're out of the house, I wanted to keep the running list of sight words and spelling words that we're currently working on and just ones that we'll be working on in the future. And this has been such a great thing because when we're just waiting around anywhere, I can just open to this and then they can practice some sight words like really quick. You know, I'm all about fitting in learning at any possible moment, like just throughout the day. It just makes things less stressful and it just feels more organic. And so anyway, I really love having this back here. So I definitely put it in the new journal. And then for the budget, I keep a running list of purchases, and I have like tons of checking accounts, and I just do my finances in a very specific way that keeping a running list of expenses is quite necessary. And I like having it in my journal. In here, I didn't have a dedicated place in the back for it. I was just writing it like within my journal entries and stuff. So I thought in this one, I would actually like keep it all together and keep it as a running list. So what will happen is I'm going to be working from the back forward, and then the journaling will happen from the front back. And then whenever these two, you know, like meet at whatever point they do, then, you know, the journal will be complete and I will just move on to the next one. So these tabs aren't permanent because I do plan to move them from page to page as I need to. I am not planning on having like a leather cover for this. Like I'm good with it like this for now. For some reason, I'm just enjoying having just these standalone notebooks with their own closures. So we'll see. I'm open to whatever, like never say never. That just sets myself up for a disaster because I'm like, oh yeah, remember that thing I said? Yeah, like never mind. Also, I am, I don't know, you might know that I've tried to keep some sort of memory keeping notebook where it's mostly just like an album. And it's something that like other people can flip through, you know, if we have like other family or guests or whatever, they can look through our pictures and just see what we were up to. And that has completely failed. It's just something that has fallen by the wayside. It's nothing I ever kept up with. So basically I was using my Sprocket photo printer for that. And so my Sprocket hasn't really been getting much use. I mean, I'll print off some photos to put in my homeschooling like tracker. So anyway, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and incorporate the memory keeping in here as well. So I've never actually put personal Sprocket photos in my journal because I've just, you know, always had that separated into its own little album. But that's not getting done. I'm not creating these like public albums or these albums for public consumption. So I'm like, I might as well just do it in here so that these things are getting documented somewhere. And so that these photos and memories aren't just getting like lost in the, you know, digital cloud or whatever. I'd rather have them in here than not at all, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, tackle that and incorporate those photos and memories and things in here as well. I mean, I'm already writing about it, so I might as well just like start sticking in the photos. So that is another thing that I'm going to be trying in here. Oh, and I got, I have an order. It just shipped. It's from Melina Plans, and it is a custom name decal. So I got my name, and it's in black because I love, love, love black accessories. You know, my notebook covers, if I can get them in black, I will get them in black. You know, I've got the blacked out pen. My tried and true go-to Uniball Signo RT1. I always, you know, get it in black. So because things are looking like really colorful inside here, and I'm usually more of a neutral person. Like this back here, this is like what is more representative of what I thought was my style, but I'm just really loving all these like bright, beautiful colors. But so I thought it would be nice, especially having these bright tabs on the side to keep the rest of this just black. And so I'm really excited to get my name decal and put it on the front. And I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then, you know, it will kind of be all set up the way I had envisioned it in my mind anyway. But yeah, I'll be really excited to continue talking about this, about the progress. If you've started in your Moleskine Expanded notebook, please let me know below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.